Today we're playing with the USS Kidd, and for this ship request, I'm very, very excited. This is one of my favorite destroyers in the game. The heel is just amazing, and having this kind of gun power and aggressive playstyle is just very, very enjoyable, especially at tier 8. You are a real bully out there. This is the ship request series, of course. This is what you guys were looking for last time. Make sure in this one, you leave a comment with whatever ship you want to see in the next ship request video. If you see one you already like, maybe just upvote that comment, and whatever is the most upvoted, that's what I will be playing next time. But for this ship, I really, really love the gunboat playstyle. Just to look at the commander real quick beforehand, I love concealment, and I'm even using Ovechkin here with survivability expert, a little more HP. I would use Halsey, but he's actually on my Sherman right now for a destroyer commander, which is a little different. I do want concealment here, where on the Sherman I don't necessarily need it, because we're trying to contest caps, and the Kidd is a very, very good cap contester. Adrenaline Rush is always excellent. Taking some extra DPM is very nice, especially considering this main veteran AA specialist impacts our DPM all the time. We don't have to be spotted like Fearless Brawler requires us to be spotted. A little more situational, especially when we want to be using smokes to farm battleships. Demo Expert is also going to help us in that scenario. We're pretty quick, decent rudder shift, turning radius, pretty maneuverable ship, which is very, very handy. Of course, the downside is going to be the torpedoes. You only get one launcher, where on a Benson, let's say at this tier, you would get 2 launchers. So a little bit weak on torpedo power, but the guns and the overall aggression that this ship can handle thanks to its healing, which is just amazing. I like it a lot better than the Benson, actually. Here we are taking defensive fire even over engine boost, because the Kidd actually has some very, very good AA. Back in the day when I was in 07 and that with people, we would go looking to go after carriers, and the Kidd was one of the destroyers of choice because its AA was actually that good at protecting us. So we are going to continue to roll with that. The defensive fire is really good. I like it a lot, and it gives you that freedom to maneuver around the map and play a little bit more away from your teammates. You don't have to bubble up as much, and that can open up much more enjoyable playstyle even in those carrier games. So I'm very excited today, and let's see what the Kidd is going to do. So when playing a destroyer like the Kidd, you always want to be looking out for what the enemy team has against you. I'm always looking to see if they have radars, and in this case, they actually don't. So we're getting pretty lucky here. Always look at the enemy destroyers as well. Can you outgun them if you get in a fight? Do they outspot you? Maybe you have to be a little bit more cautious then. In this case, though, we're feeling pretty good. There is an enemy sub, but no carrier to deal with it, which is kind of nice for us. But it does mean we're just going to take a very aggressive line here into the cap. I know I can always just use my smoke as a get out of jail free card almost. It is going to provide cover for us if the enemy team is very strong here at sea. Notice our Alaska's a little bit late, but we do have a Z10 coming in. And, oh, Venom. There we go. And just like that, we have a humongous advantage. Now, we got to be a little careful if there's anybody here to help him. So I'm not going to full send it after him. But I will... Yeah, so there's a Harbin. Exactly. So we do got to be just a little bit careful here. But we'll angle away. And then depending on which side the Venom comes from, we'll be ready for him. If he decides to come, which it looks like not. And yeah, he's got quite a bit of support here. We don't have as much, so we'll be a little bit careful. Notice the smoke starting to billow up this way. It means the Venom is heading in that direction. That is fine. Fine by me, honestly. Let's just torp the gap here for the Siegfried and not worry about things. This is... Really? What is that? Okay. I guess, yeah. There you go. That happened. But we're just going to wait. New Orleans. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to be holding on to this for particularly long. So I think that means we want to play around our teammates. Notice how our entire team is at A. There's literally only 3 of us here. Wow, there's people spotted. Why aren't you shooting them? Yeah, we're going to have to play a little bit passive here, but this is great. You're going to find this a lot as a destroyer player, that you need to be helping your team live through some of these scenarios, trying to stall the enemy team as much as you can. You can't always be aggressively pushing in, right? And we do have 2 pretty strong ships here, I would say, especially the Alaska. But we'll be trying to... Wow. Okay. I will be trying to keep these guys alive. I might end up even smoking up the Z10, because then he can just secondary things. Yeah, we're just not going to do much for this cap zone here. The Alaska's going to get away.
Generator started.
We have 4 smokes. We can use it to help our team. I'm hoping that he knows to turn out and not be here the whole time. Although he's just going to go continue bow in. All right, fair enough.
Direct front.
I was hoping we'd be able to get him out of here, but no dice there. Maybe he'll have enough time to reverse. That'd be nice. Potentially they're pushing up here. Not really wanting to commit to a fight. We'll take that shot, though, on the Venom. Unfortunately, we missed. But see, he's down to 13k. We're feeling good. We're feeling good. He does have a New Orleans right here to help him. Which is a little spooky. Certainly. Let's see. Is there a... New Orleans right there. There is. Let's see if he's going to shoot. Nah, he's just going to get behind. We'll use some AP. Get a little bit of extra damage in. So with our Z10, wow. Broadside battleship? No, not going after that. Okay. That is very strange. Very, very strange. But with our Z10 going in like that, I think it means I want to actually push down towards the B cap. I think our Alaska probably doesn't do too well against Izumo Siegfried. I think our Z10 is going to go down. So I want to get away from here now. Okay. So we've now kind of met up with our team again, which feels pretty nice. And really what we're going to try and do here is take this Venom out. But we took our time, right? We didn't want to necessarily take a fight up here. Tried our best to support our teammates, but it's not always going to be easy. Harbin is on us. Fine. That's fine. The idea here is we want to pinch with the black here to deal with this Venom, not let him get away. Still gonna go this way. We'll see if he has radar. But yeah, if your team is losing a flank like that, you can try and help them with a smoke and spotting, but it's really good to preserve your HP too. Right? Like being able to do that is very, very, very good. Live to fight another day as a DD can be very, very strong. And the Venom is done. There we go. So, Venom taken out. Feels very good. Now we got a couple of cruisers here, which is a little spooky. The Harbin's pretty low, though, and the Siegfried has pretty low DPM. Unfortunately, it looks like our team is actually losing down in the south, but that might be... Actually, the Harbin's healthier than I thought. That might be just because our team came up to do support at BCAP. Very close game here so far, which I like. Siegfried was low. That's who it was. Well, let's try and finish him off. Or help finish him off. Use our DPM as much as we can. Notice the enemy team only has one destroyer left. So we can use some of our HP here to trade into this Siegfried. Don't really want to. The idea behind saving a lot of your HP for the late game is so you can maybe take trades like this, where you are dealing damage to cruisers, which is not always the easiest thing to do in open water. But the other reason is you can then take DD fights later in the game too, which is very, very good. Zumo might come through here, so we'll send some torps that way. I think, given that the enemy team is mostly dying down here, I think we got this as a team. But the Harbin is running away. The Azumo, I don't know what he's going to be doing. I'm going to come back here and support my team as well. Try and go after the DD, maybe. And you can kind of see here, as our team is now converging on the A cap, we've just ignored the guys in the north. That can sometimes be a really good way to finish off a game like this, where, you know, if half your team, you get split between the two, and then suddenly a few dev strikes come out, a few misplays, and then you can lose. Playing as a team can be very good in these more late game scenarios. We are looking for the DD still, which would appear to be torping our Iowa at the moment. We can help out on this cruiser a little bit, while we're also hunting for that DD. Shell velocity, of course, on American destroyers is not amazing. But we should be able to take them out here soon. There we go. Somebody got him. And then we can help on the DD yet. Sometimes zooming out a tick here can definitely help. Okay, we kind of stole that one, ain't gonna lie. Not an insane game, but sometimes you're not out there for damage. Sometimes you're out there to provide that destroyer spotting, cap control, zone kind of pressure that a DD can really only provide, which is pretty good in this one. Down to the wire, though. I kind of like that. Even though we didn't do, like, insane damage, I really enjoy games like this where I'm thinking about what I should be doing, and the game really does come down to the very end. I enjoy that quite a bit, actually. 10 torps there for the Harbin, maybe? Not a good opportunity here to... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, not a good opportunity to farm, but hey, into a Harbin like that? Sure. And the key, of course, is to be moving in your smoke. And we can use our heal as a great way to counter some of the incoming damage. One of the great things about the Kid, it allows you to take engagements and then heal up afterwards. Didn't really see that in this one. I was certainly hoping to take a more favorable engagement with the DD early on. You can take trades. A 1-for-1 trade is not equal when it's a Kid because of that healing. That's why I enjoy heals so much, honestly. I really, really enjoy having an extra ability to play aggressive early on, or even late like this, take a ton of damage, and then just heal it up afterwards. Excellent. Really, really nice. 22 seconds left. This game went all the way to the end timer. I love it. It's awesome. That's awesome. I really do enjoy that. Little bit of chip damage, nothing special there. We win. A tactical win on our part, but we did it. And even then, we still actually got quite a bit of credits. Keep in mind, though, very premium account with some of those CC benefits. But hey, our base XP wasn't even bad considering how low our damage was. Not always about that necessarily. So pretty decent area control, running around the map, being where we needed to be, capping things. Not too bad. So this one's definitely going to be a little more challenging. But we'll do the same thing like we did in the last one. Do they have radars? No, they do not. Venice is terrifying, certainly. They do have a radar on the DD, which is a little scary. One sub and a Hakuryu to deal with. So pretty terrifying, I gotta say. Venice is coming this way, so keep that in mind. Pretty scary ship to deal with, considering the sap can almost one-shot us if he hits everything. The other thing we want to look for is where is that black? The radar is very, very important to know where it is, at least. And I'm very much okay early game with a DD like this in a carrier game to be using my smoke as a way to hide from the carrier. So we're going to try and take this cap, or at least maybe not take it, but at least put some pressure on it. Notice a lot of our teammates from the middle are coming here. That's something that is positive for our flank, but it does mean we need to win the flank, right? That's the other thing, that if you overload a flank with a bunch of people, you do definitely want to be trying to win that flank. Fletcher coming in. Not sure how far he's going to go. We'll send Torps just behind this island. That's a pretty common spot for things. Torps in... There's a set of 4. Could be Orkan, maybe? Is that Orkan? Not Azashio, it's not... Not the... Black is on the other side. Azashio's on this side. Okay, good. So that helps us a lot, know that we are okay to play here and use our smoke screen. If you don't have a radar on your flank, the smoke is a bubble of safety. You can't treat it like that all the time, though. Oh, please. Yeah, that's why I started angling that way. Did not want to eat the Fletcher torps that were coming in. Always keeping an eye out for where those planes might be. But being reversed into a cap like this is really, really strong if you are trying to stall out or control any sort of cap zone. More torps there. Seems like the DDs are, yeah, both right there. Okay, let's actually smoke up here. And then that way we can... Wait, Orkan has a radar too, right? Am I tripping? Well, anyways. We will try and do some good damage here while we can. Probably need to be leading a little bit more. Getting some decent hits, I suppose. Turn on our AA, since they know where I am now, right? There's no reason not to, because I'll still be in my smoke. Try and help on that, on those planes as much as I can. But remember to turn it off afterwards. We do not, we do not want to be just randomly spotted by planes at any time. Like that, by the way. See, the Orkan didn't have his AA off, and this spotter just randomly spotted him, so we know he's moving that way. Right? Little things like that can be very, very important. But now that we have the cap and our... Oh, no. Please. Oof. Now that we have the cap, as I was saying, we want to help maybe our Ohio out here. If he's going to be pushing, it's not going to be pretty. He's going to be, you know, in for a world of hurt. And honestly, we don't really have the resources to push this. They're in a nice little kind of semicircle here. And if we do push, we're just pushing into a massive crossfire, which is pretty bad. I kind of want to help with the sub, maybe. Sub is there. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, our Ohio's definitely in some trouble. We might use a smoke to help him in 50 seconds. See, they're pretty far away. That's why I'm okay with pushing here to help. If they were any closer, it'd be a lot scarier. Okay, he's coming up to the surface. Try and get some good damage in here before he goes under. Nice. Ohio gets him. Go.
That was a great battle.
Okay. Now, we definitely don't want to be pushing here. Still. I think our Ohio should live. We'll see. What I will do, let's see what the AA is actually capable of, huh?
Warship. Anti-aircraft gun crews are on full alert. Smoke generator started. Our team has taken the lead.
He did just shoot, but hopefully he's able to use this smoke to get away. I'm not always going to use my smokes like this, by the way. It just so happens that I have nothing else to do, so I may as well, right? Like, that's really what it comes down to. Right, I'm not pushing into all of this. That's just suicide. So I may as well try and help my team in a different way. If our Ohio can live, that would be great. The other thing I did is I turned my AA off after... I mean, I was a little late, but after my... the planes were gone, and that gets the cooldown off a little bit quicker. We get our defensive fire back just a little bit sooner if we turn our AA off, which can be very good. Or can push in a little bit. Not too aggressively. What I want to do is actually come back towards where our Des Moines is and maybe help on this Fletcher or something like that. Keep in mind, we don't have a smoke right now. So we can't just, like, take a fight easily, especially with the Venice pretty close here. He smokes up. That's fine. We'll actually send our torps out for him. They might not reach, actually. Should have waited a second.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
I would say our team is probably pushing a bit too aggressive on the D flank. But that does give us a bit of an opportunity here. Oh, it's so tempting. But it's not worth it, because we're not going to do enough damage to kill him. 2.7 AA detect. See, we're not getting spotted here. Reversing. All right, that's enough. Unfortunate, we didn't quite get him. Again, trying to help with the AA a little bit. Just a little bit. Just ran out. Maybe? Oh, come on, please. No, I got the defended ribbon. I just needed to lead a little bit more. Dang it, man. Oh, it's so close. Oh, I got him! There we go. Okay, just barely. All right, again, we're going to turn our AA off. 6 seconds, and we'll have a smoke. May as well smoke up the Des Moines if we can get there in time. He might die, though. Actually going to do this. There you go. There you go. And reset it again. He might die still. Radared by the Orkan right now. Right? Okay, pretty unselfish games. The kid can definitely farm. I promise. It's a good farmer. We just haven't had the opportunity. I think that's what it comes down to. We just haven't had the opportunity. So 10,000 damage. But I think we helped our team. Yeah, see, look at that. We're still fourth. I don't know. We can try and get a farming game. We'll see. But definitely more utility focused. Even against a Hakuryu, man, we were mauling some planes with the defensive fire. So again, at the beginning of the game, we look for radars, and both the enemy cruisers have radar. Fletcher is a spooky target to go after. Definitely has some pretty good gunpowder. Although we get a heal and the Fletcher doesn't. There is a sub and a Hornet as a carrier. Missouri also has a radar, but he's on the other side of the map. Very interesting game. I don't know how aggressive I want to play. A big idea here is also not going to this island. I really want to see who's coming here. I don't want to get overwhelmed, and that can definitely happen if we go to this rock and we don't spot anything on our way. Yeah, so there's the radar. Good to know about, certainly. So that really just tells us that we got to play pretty careful here. We know the Fletcher's on this side because the Azashio's on the other side. We know our Fiji is dead because he's pushed into radar already. Maybe not dead, but we certainly have a lot of tier 7s on this flank. The enemy team has some more tier 9s, tier 8s. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, not great for a start, but we know the Fletcher is around here somewhere. And maybe we can back in and maybe torp him. Since we just saw where the torp angle came from. Try over there. Slowly reverse in. No need to risk right now. And I will be very willing to give this up, by the way. I'm not going to be trying to hold on to this or fight it too aggressively. Oh, Fletcher's there. I outspot him by that much? Wild. Okay. Not a conceal build, Fletcher, apparently. Interesting. You know, and I'm going to be the one spotting him, right? If we do get into a fight, so... Nagato might push into those torps. So that is something that you can't just, like, smoke up and get free damage in necessarily. If Nagato comes around this corner, I might start farming him a little bit. Damage in. Yeah, the Tulsa's on us. See, we are just fine with giving up a lot of space there. We used our smoke. That's fine. Maybe get a little farming in on the Nagato. We're angled to the torpedoes, by the way. Just as a small thing, we do want to be not eating Fletcher torps if we can help it. Tulsa's blinding us? Blind firing us? No, he's after the... Why are our battleships pushing in here after the Fiji just got smoked? Feels like a bad idea. The Fletcher left. Interesting. Tulsa's going this way, so a little scary there if he does end up radaring us. Oh, we got a Marco Polo pushing in. Maybe that's why. I just realized. Okay, Tulsa's not playing too aggro. Good follow-up fire, dang. Alright, what it means now that the Marco Polo is pushed so aggressively, and the Tulsa has backed off a lot, is that we want to go say hi to this Fletcher. It's kind of in here somewhere. We can use this island to block any shots from the Tulsa, and we might get some help from our battleships, we'll see. But this is kind of a pretty safe way to push up, I would say. Hopefully our Marco Polo doesn't walk out broadside to a Amagi Nagato. That would kind of suck. I'll just use this opportunity to farm the Nagato a little bit. It does tell the Fletcher where I am, but I think, especially given that we're not staying spotted here, kind of interesting. Might mean the Fletcher's kind of sending it around this corner. Oh, there he is. Never mind. See how he's in the open for my teammates to shoot at, where I am not? So he's actually going to take more damage, maybe. Really all depends on what how much my teammates hit. Oh, man. Okay. Time to go. Time to go. Marco Polo taking all the torps. If he had maybe sat behind the island a little more, that would have been a little better. Not walked out into the torps. Certainly is a good idea. Alright, Fletcher looks like he's actually going back this way. We can send some torps for him, potentially.
That's how it's done.
So, the Cyclone is coming in. Again, also behind the island, behind islands. We can take this engagement, and in fact, the Sharn will spot him. So this is a situation where smoking out is actually good for us. Because the Scharnhorst will continue to spot for us. I think he's continuing forward a bit. Yeah, a little bit. Couldn't continue it, unfortunate. Fine. We just got to avoid the torps that are potentially coming. One set. Sure. 2 sets. Good. We're fine. Let's make sure we don't get spotted. Oh, good hit, Marco Polo. And now we'll farm the Amagi a little bit. See, we're already up to 47. We haven't had like the best opportunities to farm yet either. Certainly a nice perk of the kid is the flexibility here. And now that let's just test the waters here a little bit. Interesting. Not spotted. Very weird. I was expecting the Fletcher to be pretty close, actually. Tulsa's pretty far away. Amagi will be behind this island very shortly. I'm okay with pushing up just a little bit here. Trying to get in a fight, even though we don't have smoke right now. Ooh, Tulsa's pretty close then. Okay. Fair enough. There. Fine. He's got a good reload, but yeah, okay. Oh, game's over. Okay, well, I mean, we had a kind of interesting fight there. I didn't fully get to farm their battleships. But yeah, playing around islands is pretty fun. pretty mediocre set of games when it comes to damage, but I think you guys get the idea of the flexibility that this ship can provide. You can be a support DD, you can be a cap contester. You can, like, farming is not hard either. You just sit in a smoke and spam your guns. The torpedo power is not amazing, but usable. The AA, of course, did pretty well against Hakuryu planes even. I like it. I like this ship a lot. It's definitely one of the better tier 8 premiums. Of course, it is a premium, so unfortunately you do have to pay money to get access to the gimmick that is having a heal on an American destroyer. It's very, very nice. I probably could have played a little more aggressive, certainly. Just looking back on things, I ended a lot of games with a lot of HP left. But I like having HP into the late game. It gives me opportunities to carry games or make plays that I otherwise couldn't if I traded so much HP early in matches. But there you go. That is the ship request here for the Kid. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see next in the comments below. Upvote whatever you'd like, and I will play that next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.